we started the day with Geld versus Kerwin at least, which was a Protoss versus Terran, but we're back with the Protoss versus Terran, and we saw that NightMare is not untouchable. We saw that NightMare, he can bleed. He does bleed against Protoss in PvPs, but what about against Terran? Can we fight back? Can we make a series out of this? As spawning in the top right hand corner of Ghost River, we have our red Terran player representing the Platinum Heroes. It is Nicoract. Hold on. And spawning in the top left. Oh, in the top left-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the blue Terran player representing himself, currently teamless. It is NightMare. Here we go, and we do see Nicoract. Oh, getting a kill on the probe already. Oh my god. Something that I was not quite ready for, but okay, yeah, my attention. It is going to be a nice start for Nicoract, getting a kill on the probe, going for a double gas immediately behind this. Looks like it's going to be a double gas opener into a faster factory, potentially into a starport, potentially, or already quite an aggressive build here from Nicoract. And can he catch NightMare off guard? NightMare back at home, going for a gate expand setup as well. Meanwhile, if you're in the chat, predictions are open. Place your bets on how you think this series will unfold, on who you believe will advance on into the grand finals. It is up to you. It is up to you to decide. Best of luck. Predictions open. Here we go. Yeah, predictions are going to be open here, so you can place your bets in the chats. Meanwhile, there's that factory that we spoke about. Factory is thrown down quite far back, actually. I'm very interested to see what is made, or how we do make use of this. Clearly, we're not going to be going for an add-on swap. At least it's going to be a little bit too far away for bringing that together. As Nicoract, he's ready for his expansion on the low ground. It's not going to be a one-base all-in. We are taking that expansion. Meanwhile, Zealot moves out across the map, but we have the Reaper in position, and we do shut it down. Very nice kiting here out of Nicoract. Does get a lot of damage done, but here comes that Stalker. And Nicoract, ooh, does pull back in time. Does manage to pull back. NightMare moving forward here now with the Stalker. Forced to pull the boys. Is going to be threatening that natural expansion. Ooh, one SCV goes down. We got two. Two SCVs are going to be targeted. But really nice kiting here, really nice movement from Nicoract, trying to make things a little bit more awkward. Reaper does fall. These Stalkers are getting out of hand. We already got two SCVs, we get a third SCV, and this CC on the low ground, it's not going to finish. A brutal pickup. Man Center is going to be delayed. See Nicoract trying to bring everything forward here, waiting for another wave of reinforcements, but another Stalker rocks up. We focus down the Reaper, we can focus down the SCVs. Oh, and this is becoming too much. Already, 5 workers have fallen. We got another one of these Hellions, and another Hellion going to be going down as well. NightMare snowballing out of control. Finally, another Stalker goes down to the Marines. And Nicoract is finally going to be able to hold on. Not without losing, what is that, 6 workers in total, 2 Hellions, 3 Reapers. And back at home, now we're taking up, going for a Robo first. Okay. Robo opener here, out of NightMare. Getting into his second and now third gateway. Prism is on the way. NightMare, he is not stopping with his aggression at all. With that War Prism, we're going to be moving out across map with everything we have. Something that I was not quite expecting. Here we go. NightMare is going to be reinforcing once again with more Stalkers. As I did mention, with this Warp Prism, with this 3 gates, we're looking to overwhelm. And what do we have to defend? We have a handful of Marines. They are vanilla Marines, no stim, no combat shields, no upgrades. Marines are falling one after the other. Tank volley goes off. Boys are being pulled. With the help of this tank, it looks like we will hold. Second tank shot as well. Big volleys here on the army. But here come the Zealots. And their goal, I imagine, to land on that tank. We do have that Banshee. It was a 1-1-1 into our Banshee first. No cloak. But we bypass the ramp. We go straight for the main base. There's one tank. There's one tank here on the high ground. Clutch repair. But it's not enough. The tank goes down. NightMare, he overwhelms. Brings down the tank. Focuses down the Banshee. Banshee falls. Nicoract is holding though. Is barely holding on. He's got one tank. He's got one Marine. Oh, the Stalkers are so low. We get one, we get two. Good Picos out of Nicoract. He's holding. As Nicoract is barely holding on, we do see NightMare expanding across the map. Taking his third. Does take his third base, does take an economic lead. And it's still just applying more pressure, keeping Nicoract on the back foot. Just unrelenting here at a NightMare. Just absolutely unrelenting as we dive on the tank. The tank on siege! For one moment the tank did unsiege and the tank goes down, but another does come out just in time. And the problem here is that even though Nicoract, he's surviving, even though he's cleaning up this army, which he is doing, he's losing too much. How many tanks fell? 2 tanks. 2 tanks went down, and this is going to be a big delay here for the eventual push of Nicoract. Now he's going for his add-on swap into stim, into combat shields, into a higher tank count. I mean, we're already switching out of the tech lab, so no more tanks for Nicoract. And NightMare, he's free to just expand, to tech up, to do whatever he wants. He hasn't taken additional gas geysers. He did go for a Twilight Council, I believe. Yep, charge is done. And we're moving out with mass charge lots. Again, even though the first prison went down, we immediately rebuilt. And NightMare, he's back. He's back with a vengeance, with mass charge lots. And a sentry. He can try to go for the force field. Slipping into the main base. Nicoract does spot this. But does he react? He does. Big warp into the main base. Zealots, they get on top of the tank on the low ground. We push into the main. Just a massive wave of Zealots here. And we cannot hold on. GG gets called. NightMare takes game number 1. Ooh. GG. GG, well played. Sorry, I'm just trying to fix up my hotkeys here. And hopefully that does fix things. Hopefully everything's okay as we're getting ready for game number 2. We are getting ready for that second game. And NightMare does come out ahead. I mean, he was able to punish the... I was going to say punish the greed, but just really be hyper aggressive here and make it worth his while in the end. He got so much damage done, killing workers, killing Marines, killing Reapers, Hellions, tanks. NightMare just refused to back off. Refused to give Nicoract any room to breathe. But on the other side of things, on the flip side of things, like, a big reason why that was so effective is because of the map, is because of Ghost River. It does have the shortest rush distance map in the map pool. It's insanely aggressive. And I'm sure it did not help Nicoract to go up against that. But here we go. We're getting into our next game. And spawning in the top left-hand corner of Site Delta, we have our Red Terran player representing the Platinum Heroes. It is Nicoract. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the South Korean Protoss player, the Blue Protoss, representing himself, currently teamless, deserving to be on the team. It is NightMare. And sorry, I'm just trying to fix up some of these hotkeys. Hotkeys were messed up earlier. Do I have... Where's scroll? Observer. It shouldn't be on replay, right? Not on replay. Ah. Camera? Yeah. Here we go. Should be on camera. But yeah, I'll try to fix up the hotkeys later on. Will do my best. As we do see across the map, SCV already going to be going down to the probe. Aye, aye, aye. Not like this. SCV is going to get picked off. Actually, wait, hold on. Yeah, this should be my hotkey setup. Okay, do my best. Do my best. Unfortunately, I'm not too certain how to zoom at the moment, so I won't be able to zoom out like I usually do. Just working with what I have. We'll try to fix that during the break later on. For now, though, we do have a much more economic opener once again from Nicoract going for a Rax expand. He was a little bit delayed, a little bit disrupted earlier on, losing an SCV, but thankfully it's only that. Meanwhile, we just see NightMare going for an Adept first. This time there's no Zealot first into Stalker, there's no piling on of aggression, because the rush distance by ground is a lot longer on this map. It is a lot longer. So we don't have to worry about that at least. And it is going to be a Stargate opener this time from NightMare, not a Robo. With a Stargate that we should be leading into either Phoenixes or Oracles. Either or. See what NightMare does commit to. Reaper is going to be shut down. And that is before Nicoract gets into the main base, by the way. No scatters in the main, no eyes on the tech. We are going for a safety Cyclone. Thankfully, with the help of this Cyclone, we should be able to be in position to defend against the Oracle, assuming it's an Oracle first. But no, it's going to be a Phoenix. Phoenixes are on the way. First Adept is moving out. Does hit that natural. Marines are in position, but do get a hit in. Yeah, the Adept does shut down one of the Marines and is going to get the second Marine as well, but the Cyclone comes out just in time. One Adept for 2 Marines, but thankfully we do deal with it. We do shut it down. And we are just building our Phoenixes back at home. Now this should be the beginning of Phoenix Colossus from the side of NightMare. Should be the beginning. 2 more gates get thrown down as well. Interesting, 3 gates in total. Gates in total. We do knock down the rocks at least across the map. We look down the rocks, just trying to set up, just trying to make sure we can freely move between our 2 bases. Behind this, a 1-1 on opener. Fun fact, this is a very similar build to what Nicoract went for in the previous game. I say similar because this time he didn't commit into Hellion Reaper, but he is once again going into a Banshee. Singular Banshee, no cloak. The tank count is building up. As a reminder, we didn't see the tech. We don't know that we're building up Stalkers. We don't know that we're not building up Stalkers, that it's Phoenixes. Nicoract is still unaware of whether or not it's Blink or not. Nicoract is unaware. NightMare moving out with his harassing force. Oh, with 4 Phoenixes, we can pick up those tanks, by the way. And Nicoract, he's pushing, he's going for a 2-base all-in. The 2-base all-in does move out. NightMare does come across it. But what a way to encounter the all-in. As we're not quite able to slow it down. We shade across the map. More SCV's going to be going down, but they just get pulled. They just get pulled across. And what do we have to work with? Shield batteries on the way. 2 of them. Additional pylons don't get supply blocked. Stalkers are amassing. Immortals on the way. We focus down the Banshee. Big pick off. Banshee does fall. We recall the Adepts. And we're here in position for the all-in. Tanks, they do siege, but they get lifted. Up. We do lift them both up. The target firing not good enough. But the tanks are kept alive. The SCVs, they went ham. They keep the tanks alive just barely. And is it enough? The Immortal doing what it can within range of the shield battery. But the Immortal does get targeted. And NightMare, he holds. He cleans up what little is left here. Cleans up every SCV. Gets on top of the tank. Finally brings it down. That was close. For a while there, Nicoract was not being dealt with. But NightMare, he breaks through. He snowballs out of control, shuts down all the tanks. GG gets pulled, and NightMare will take game number 2 in the series 2-0, advancing on to the grand finals. GG. GG, well played. Congratulations here to NightMare for taking the series. Again, game 1 was brutal, just piling on the aggression, just not giving Nicoract any room to breathe. Here in game 2, again, Nicoract attempted the 2-base all-in, but NightMare was able to come across it early on, was able to shut it down. Again, the Phoenixes were not scouted, weren't fully aware of what was happening, and GG, a solid game there from NightMare. Very well done. A very fast series as well. GG, and with that, we're heading over to the land of Europa, to the land of Europe, and we're going to be diving into our next series. It is going to be a PvP. The lower semifinals is upon us. The lower semifinals is here. As a reminder, Cristiano, he was last week's champion. He did actually defeat NightMare in the grand finals, but can he make it to those finals this week? Again, this is going to be a brutal PvP. Cristiano versus Geralt, the 2 best Protoss in Poland. They are going to be facing off. They are going to be facing off in our next series. As a reminder, before the grand finals, we also have... Before the grand finals, we also have a raffle. We have a random raffle to conduct as well. We will be getting on that momentarily. We are just going to be setting things up on our end, and before those finals, we can get that raffle underway. If you're curious, what raffle are you referring to? Well, there is a participation raffle. All the players that partook here, that participated in today's tournament, are eligible for 5 USD. We just, kind of roll the dice, we pick a name out of the hat, and one of these players will walk away $5 richer. Not the biggest surprises, but, something nice that we have to spread the love and to even give a little bit of prize money to those that didn't make a deep run here. Again, this tournament is very top heavy. It's top 2. First and second place do walk away with some prize money. We don't really have the funds to extend that, but we do at least have a random raffle just to spread the love. And yeah, that's what we're going to be hosting before those finals. Until then, though, it looks like we need a moment for our players to get ready. They're asking for a couple of minutes here, so we're going to be going on a short break. When we return, we will have those lower semifinals. We'll be back soon. Take this moment to drain your disruptors, hydrate your hydras, massage your marines, and we'll be back in a couple of minutes.